I look orange? I think I look orange. Let me know if the audio is okay. I think it is. Wasn't planning on streaming today. I was just going to upload a video talking about AMC, which I probably will do with both AMC and GME, but I'm not 100% sure of exactly everything that I'm going to do right now. I just wanted to talk through some trades that I made. Not some trades, but I guess some buys, because I didn't really sell anything. But I did buy into some things because it seemed like everything else that I was looking at, like ZOM and all of these things, were kind of down. Costs was up, Rocket was up. You know, we had a good day for a number of areas. Yeah, I think it's another buying day from what I see here. Definitely another buying day. Carl, come on. Not now. Every time I speak, you always have to do something. No, no. Yeah, every time I start speaking, Carl always has to say something. I mean, it's fine. He could say whatever he wants, but he doesn't speak when I'm here by myself. Pet the cat. I've petted him all day. Trust me, I have. AMC made me mad today. Yeah, I understand why. I mean, it didn't really do anything. It gave you false hopes in the beginning. Yeah, I mean, I was a little upset with what Cost and Rocket did today, because both of them, you know, skyrocketed and then all of a sudden just completely reversed, right? It's ridiculous. Someone's salty they didn't get in AMC and GME. I am in both. Rose capital margin called 30 billion blow up just proves over leverage hedge funds. Yeah. Why are y'all still talking about GME and AMC? They're dead stocks. That's not true. That's not. You could see the potential that they have in there. They're moving more than any other stock that's there. You know, throughout every watch list that I have, you see a bunch of red. And you know, if Tesla's, you know, obviously pushing down for the most part, we did see that they got down. Carl, stop! I can't, man. You want pets? I'll give you some. There's head scratches. There you go. Well, you can't just give me a little bit. But yeah, like I said, they dropped down to $500, right? Tesla drops down to $500, but then you see AMC and GME still making some positive moves, Cost making some positive moves, Rocket making positive moves. So yeah, it's much more than that. No. Let's lay down right there, right there. I'll pet you. What's to stop hedge funds from getting the shares from their buddies in the institutions? There's nothing stopping hedge funds from doing anything. They can pretty much do anything they want. Funnier if you believe Carl is Matt Human. Wait, is Matt's human friend? He's not. That would be weird, because then I'll be like, stop licking me and all this other stuff. Is Cost a good swing trade? Yeah, you can see the movement that they had today, and it would have been an amazing swing trade. I wanted to get in there a little bit lower. It opened up too high for me to invest more in, but as it got lower, I bought more into it at $21, and now I hold 200 shares. It would have been amazing if you would have been able to get into it, and you know, as it was going up to $26. You know, you could have made a decent profit from that. Like right now, if it moved from 22, where it is now, to $26, like it did today, which it probably will do tomorrow, I can make an easy $800 profit from it, and that's off of one day. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a really good swing trade. The fact that it moves so much is a huge swing trade. Making $100 is a good swing trade. So making $800 is 8 times that. You know. Can I go over my investments for today? Yeah, I can do that. So today, let's see exactly what I did today. I only made a few buys. I actually didn't sell anything. I was planning on selling some depending on when they moved, but nothing really moved too much. I was looking at Fubo TV, still waiting for that $20 drop. I think it did go down to $20 today, and I wanted it to go down a little bit further, which it didn't. So I was a little upset with that because you could have made, you know, a good dollar profit easily if you would have bought a number of shares, but we don't need to worry about that. But the things that I bought today, I had to sell the free shares that I got from Webull. So you see a lot of these free shares like Snap, like ZNGA, AR, ADT that I sold. But I actually bought in some shares earlier today. I believe I bought, where did it start? I bought SOS. So I bought 200 shares of SOS. I'm looking for that to push up to $8. Bought that earlier in the day with a price average of 590. I was actually looking to buy 500, but I wanted to average down and continue to average down. So I didn't end up doing that yet. Didn't know how low it was going to get, if tomorrow was going to be low. So you might see me average that down again. But 590 is good for it to push up to $8. I did make another buy in cost. I bought 160 shares. I bought 60 shares here. And then as towards the end of the day, you see it drop down to $21. Jesus, Carl, your hair's everywhere. I bought 100 more shares as it went down to $100, or sorry, as it went down to $21. I also bought more shares of Ride to lower that cost average as that did go down to $11.15. I'm seeing the potential with that. That's over another month that I will gain a decent amount of money from that. Not anything that's in like the crazy thousands, but I'll gain a decent amount of money from it. You know, $200 every dollar that it moves, which is going to be good. Maybe like $1,000 or $2,000 from it. That's fine. But yeah, I can definitely see the movement in costs. I can see the movement in all of these positions that I'm in. But yeah, I wanted to up my shares of every single thing that I held. Plus, I bought into SOS today. I really thought Carl was a roommate for a minute when you were saying, if I say his name, he'll wake up, slowly realize it was a cat. That's funny. That's too funny. I just bought 2,000 shares of AMC. You think it's a good buy at 10.33? Yeah, anything close to $10 is definitely a good buy. I see it up at the $15, $20 mark easily, and then obviously if this all blows up, it can go to $50 or $100, which will be huge, right? But like I said, my profit target is, you know, $20. If you want to set your profit target a little bit lower, you bought 2,000 shares. That means that, you know, every dollar that it moves, you're gaining $2,000 from it. So if you want it to move only $2, that's going to be pretty good. If you want it to move $5 or $10, then that's good as well. So yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button. Continue to hit that like button. Feels bad. I don't think so. What are your thoughts on GME mirroring AMC today? Usually it's the other way around. GME mirroring AMC. You're saying that GME or AMC had, I guess, a movement, and then GME ended up mirroring it in the next like minute, or? I really don't see too much of a mirror. I mean, AMC just had a stronger push. I mean, I don't really see too much of a mirror. That's based on just volume. A lot of times with the meme stocks, you have the same amount of volume in there. So you're going to see the same shape, but just with less volume there. So if it was the exact same, then I would be worried, because at different price points, yes, you do have the same volume, but you shouldn't see the exact same shape based on, you know, whatever the axis is. So the same people trade both, so it can sometimes seem similar. Yes, exactly. I think AMC will see $11.50 to $12 if we can see some more volatility this week. I like looking at the VIX in the last few weeks. It's been below $20. Today finally above 20. Really? That's interesting. I have to keep an eye on that. I have to keep an eye on that. See, AMC sideways equals good and definitely better than down. Sideways equals we holding. Yes, exactly. Sideways or up equals we're holding. You know, the fact that all of us are holding these positions and, you know, it's still moving only sideways doesn't really make sense. Basis of volatility index. I realize that, yes. CCIV is 100% gain for sure. I want to see CCIV somewhere around the $20 mark. Where's CCIV at? I want to see them below $20. If I can get them, or at $20, I mean, if I can get them at $20, that gives me another dollar gain. I do see some potential with having some quick movements, but I just want to see them go $20 and then be able to sell at my $30 mark. I'm not even looking for it to press any of these other areas because you see how steep this drop off was. It's going to be hard to retest those areas, but to retest 30 or 40 is definitely doable, in my opinion. Do I have any shares of Doge? No, I don't. They're predicting CCIV at $300 in 5 years. What? Who's predicting that? It's so hard to predict something out that far. So that's most likely not true. Not saying that it's not true that they're predicting it. I'm saying that the prediction is not true. It's very hard to predict something out that far. Let's just get some positive profit and I'm out. Of what? Of AMC? Yeah, let me go and hold something for 5 years. Yeah, I know. 5 years is way too long. I'm looking for me, I'm too impatient for that. And I work on my patience. Like I try and work on it, but it's not something where I can sit here and wait 5 years. Now, if it's a dividend position, if it's something that's an index fund, yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it. But if it's just a regular stock that's moving and it's very volatile and goes with the actual markets, it's not something I want to be in because it can go from, you know, $9 to $64 and from $64 back down to $9. And I don't want that to happen because then I lose all of my investment and then I'm holding for 5 years just to recoup my investment. And it makes no sense whatsoever. So in that case, for a long-term play, I'm always looking for something safe that, yes, if it does drop, it has that ability to come back very, very strong easily in the next, you know, 10 years, not just to find a way to recoup my investment. You know, with an index fund, if that does drop with the market, right, it's going to come back, but probably come back stronger than ever. Stronger than ever. Can't speak. I have $12.50 calls and $15 for April 19th expiring. Mike Jones, who? We have 155 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Thoughts on HOFV? That's an NFT play, right? NFT plays, I think, are going to grow. The fact that we've seen a lot of positions that are down, I'm not saying the overall market is down, but the fact that we've seen a lot of positions that are down, even though markets are up, you have a lot of tech stocks that are moving. You have Facebook, Microsoft that actually made a little bit of a move, 1%, 1.5%, 2%. So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying everything is down, it's fluctuating, but yeah, I would say NFTs are definitely a big play for a little bit. They're not going to be something that's going to be a long-term play, I don't think. You might be able to have some long-term growth with it. If you invest here, you'll be able to see the fluctuating movement of the price, but overall the trend is going to be up, slow growth, but from like somewhere around up in these areas like $8, you're going to see that decline, and it's going to come back to where it needs to get to. So I see it as a good, you know, swing trade, day trade. You can actually make some decent movement from it. The fact that it's so low and it's moving from a low to high of $2, that's pretty big. meaning you could buy in a lot of shares and actually make a decent amount of money from it short term. But I don't ever see these stocks, especially with lack of information or history, to see them as a long-term play. But they could possibly be that. You know, I'm not gonna hold it against you if you play it as a long-term play. Everybody has their own opinion, and I respect your opinion. I'm not gonna tell you not to invest in something if you feel as though it's a good play. I'm just gonna give you my opinion, and if you feel as though my opinion is valuable, then you go with it. You know. Facebook just had its target price raised by Bank of America. What does that mean exactly? Any advice for teenagers just starting out day trading, 17 to 18? This channel has been really helpful for you. I would say first you want to start out with paper trading. You want to start out with a simulator. Use a simulator as much as possible. Sometimes when you feel as though the market is too volatile, if the market is down, you want to make sure you understand how to trade in every type of market, whether it's a down market, it's an up market, or whatever you're looking at. If your whole watch list is actually down, can you still trade in those positions and still make money? Because that's what you need to get an understanding of. You need to learn that flow and do it with realistic money. Don't sit here and pull out $100,000 and expect to be able to average down, even though you don't have that real money to be able to do that. And you may be successful with $100,000 or $200,000. It's very difficult to do that. So day trading is tough because you don't want to average down with day trading because it's intraday. But if you're looking to do a combination of day trading and swing trading, I would say start with paper trading. And Webull allows you to do that. So start with paper trading, understand how the market moves. Can you make some profits? And don't get stuck on the fact that, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't have been paper trading this day because I could have made $10,000. But paper trading versus real money gives you a different mindset. It's I'm using my own money versus I'm using somebody else's money. And this money doesn't matter, so I can put it anywhere I want. And if it does end up growing, then it grows. But you learn everything if you are using the paper trading first. If you don't understand how the market's moving or what your strategy will be, use that system, develop your strategy, and then go into the real world. If you end up failing a little bit, go back to the paper trading because then you'll learn something as you fail. Do you have a simulator you recommend? I used to use, before I started, I mean, you can use this for paper trading easily. You can use Webull. Use my link in the description. Jesus. In the description below, you'll get 2 free stocks if you sign up and deposit $100. But you can use this and end up trading, real time. But I used to use like, what was it? Investopedia. I used to use that, which I don't believe is real time. I wasn't 100% sure, but I just wanted to see the movement there and if I can find a way to predict it and use different scanners and all that stuff. But now I don't go into the simulator as much. I've had enough practice with the simulator. Sometimes I'll go back, but I don't really use it that much. Stop smoking so much. I don't smoke, man. Not at all. Thank you. No problem. It's all about learning from your mistakes, and the best way to be able to do that is if you make a mistake, you go and practice. All right, so we have 186 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. It does help out a lot. Let's look at my watch list. So I was a little upset with costs. I guess you can't see this cat cleaning itself. That's good. But I was a little upset with costs and with Rocket today, because if you look at what Rocket did, or look at what cost did first, cost jumped up to $26.50. That was about a $400 gain for me, I believe. Yeah, about a $400 gain. And I could have held on, I did hold on to it. And I could have actually sold and kept that $400 gain. I was looking for it to go above $30. The fact that it did drop down a lot, I did think it was going to reverse based on everything else that was happening in the market. Everything else was really down. So I knew that it was going to reverse. I didn't think it was going to reverse this much. Like I thought it was going to come down to maybe like 24. And it ended up, pushing up to $24.10, basically multiple times. It pushed up to $24.10 twice, and then dropped down at the end of the day down to $21, to where I did average down some more, added some more price in at $21. I thought that was a steal. And looking for that price to increase tomorrow. Hopefully we see a good day tomorrow. If we do, that can go to $27 easily. So I'm looking for that, and then you might see me end up selling out of that position. That'll be an easy $1,000 gain after holding it for 5 days. So technically it's less than that because I had the weekend. So I'll basically be holding it for only 3 days. And not even that, because I'm going to start out the day, if it does increase quite a bit, end up selling that off and make $1,000 there. I was off and on from having my account over 25,000 so I can make day trades. I don't have any day trades today, but there were times to where I was up. Was it $800 today, or a lot more than that? I was above $25,000. I was up to like 25,500, and then it suddenly started to drop down with Rocket taking a huge decrease, and then costs ended up decreasing as well, which I understood they were going to come back. I just couldn't make any day trades after that. So I got to wait for that to increase over $25,000, which it will. Once AMC hits its stride, once Rocket starts hitting its stride again, cost starts hitting its stride, then I'll be able to realize that cost gain. Hopefully some Rocket gain. I would like to get that around $2,000 worth of a gain, but it's tough. I can go through what everything looks like today. So obviously with ADT, ZNGA, Snap, and AR, those were free stocks, so you don't have to worry about those. But costs, I was up, I'm up $103. AMC, I'm up $28. As you go through these are free stocks. I was down on Ride, $40. I'm down on Rocket, $50. Down on SOS, $56, which I just bought into today, and down on Zomedica, $60. So you can see that a lot of things are going against me, but you do have some things that are going with me. Hopefully AMC ends up changing and we'll be fine. VIAC, that looks like a falling knife, Ricky, in my opinion, but it could be investable once you find out where that support level actually is. So let's look at, I believe I have it on my recent watch list. It looked like I had a couple of times. Let's look at 44 up to 40. I can't even get it out of here. 44 up to 46. So you had a good, what, $2 gain, and went all the way down to 43. Where you did see that jump up to 46. So you could have made a decent day trade out of this if you wanted to. So I wouldn't say that this is completely useless, because you can see that there's a different, there may be a day trade here for you guys. But when you look at it as a swing trade for the last month, I mean, that pretty much looks like it's just falling off a cliff, right? So that's where I end up being stuck, and I want to see that bounce back. You did have a point to where it was down to $39.81, and you did have a little bit of a bounce back, but I want to see that push up. With this flat to down day, Carl, don't do that. With this flat to down day, you can see that it didn't have that bounce, and we need that bounce for this. So it could possibly be a swing trade for you. You just need to see where that bounce coming from, because this looks like it's a never-ending fall, and I want to see where that ends up. It did flatten out, like I said, but this also flattened out over here. So we want to see a little bit more than this, and a bounce. We want to see that bounce off of $45, and then you can get in with a potential trade, up to 70, up to 80, or wherever. But it doesn't look like you have any type of like hard resistance levels up here. He leading me astray with that RKT, that Rocket this AM. It's all good though. I am? Why are you still in Rocket? Rocket has a lot more potential than people think. Yeah, I mean, I don't tell anybody to buy anything. I tell people what I'm buying, and my strategy may be different because I might have a lot more. I might have more capital in order to put towards that and average it down. Um, but yeah, I'm saying what I'm doing, and if I see value in Rocket, which I do still see value in Rocket, I was up, I don't know, $400 today. It went pretty high. So let's look at. I was gonna say let's look at Rocket. So let's look at Rocket here because I did look at cost, but you can see what Rocket did today. It did have a point to where it skyrocketed, right? Well, not skyrocketed, but it did jump up, to $27. Is that today? Yeah. I didn't even know that. It did jump up to $27.44 to where it fell off. I guess a bunch of people sold off. I'm not going to say this is full manipulation, but a bunch of people did sell off. They probably got to a point to where they lowered their cost average just like I did. And I was up a good 400, 500. I think it might have even been $600. I don't even know at one point, but it was up quite a bit. And I wasn't sure if it was going to come back. I thought we were going to see that kind of level off, which it looked like it was going to do at 26. And I was fine with just holding off until then. But it did end up taking a drop down below the 200 EMA, and that kind of got me upset to where it did level off here. And you're still seeing that level off some more. So in my opinion, I think this is going to be a pretty decent play. I did lower that cost average down to $25.99. I didn't do that today, but I'm holding 315 shares. I'm looking for that to increase. It is showing some positive moves. Friday, it finished at what, like close to 24? I can't remember where it actually finished, but it was under 24. And my cost average is 25. So I'm still doing okay. The fact that it was positive made me feel good about where the position was going, but it sucks not seeing that true growth. And it's all because of everything else that was coming down as well. It wasn't just the fact that people are selling off on Rocket. You had problems with AMC, with GME, with cost. These are still not all of them heavily shorted, but these are still shorted positions. You still have a lot of potential to grow. Rocket should be around that $30 stock anyways. It should be hovering around that point. So I'm holding on to it. I got cost after I watched your videos. When did you get into cost? Can you do some price prediction on cost? I just went into cost. I don't want to have to go through it again for people that are already listening. But basically what I said was, in fact, that cost every day has that potential to go up to $26, $28, or even $30, or even, as you've seen, $40. It has that potential to skyrocket like crazy, right? So that's why I'm holding 200 shares. I basically doubled down the amount that I had in the beginning of the day. I had 40 shares, but then I did buy into 60 more shares right in the beginning of the day, and then also bought into, well, not right in the beginning, after this drop off, to where it got to like 20, it got below my cost average, I think like down here, 22 something. But then I bought in again at 21 with 100 more shares. So I have a feeling that they're going to end up having those times to where they can skyrocket, and I'm not going to wait it out for $30. I'm going to keep watching those pushes. So as I see it at 20, I have 200 shares, that goes up to $27. I'm going to get out of that position at the highest point that I can get out, and then watch it fall down and then get back in. That's where it's going to be, because this is definitely a position that can keep growing, that can keep fluctuating, just like GME, AMC, but it's not held to the same standard. Sorry, that's not even the right one. Not held to the same standard of GME or AMC. Yeah, it was down to 22, and then this did drop down to 21. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. You got in $24.50 of a cost average. I mean, I wouldn't say that's super high. That's right in the middle of the road, because the low point was $20. So if you can get in I don't know how many shares you bought, but if it was at $20 or $21 or $22, that's pretty good. I got in initially at 23, lowered it down to 22, but 24 is not bad, because it does have that potential to go up to 27. What are you looking for out of it? I still don't know when it's going to actually shoot to the moon basically, because none of these are really predictable. But I can tell you that I do have faith in it going up to there, but you're going to see me probably sell somewhere around that $26, $27 mark if it does get to it tomorrow, which we are due for a positive day across the board. If it does get to that tomorrow, then that's where I'm going to sell off at to get that $800 worth of profit or $1,000 worth of profit, and then watch that drop off a little bit. So we don't know exactly where that's going to get, but I'm going to watch it on the way up. And if it does come back down to 27, if it goes up to like 28 and it comes back down to 27, that's where my stop loss will be. And then also, if it does continue to go up to 30, then I'll obviously hold on to it and sell at like 30. What up, yo? Definitely went balls deep into AMC again today. Double my position. That's pretty good. I like hearing that. Were you in at a higher cost average before, or did you get in at one of these low points at 1009? Did you get in there, or 1017? Did you get in at that point? Because it did drop down a little bit, did end up increasing. Which people don't like me hearing or me saying, but you could possibly get a pretty decent day trade out of it. But it's about holding. I've been holding for all of this time, and I'm going to continue to hold. I've been holding this. I was thinking about buying more AMC, but I was like, I have enough over in Fidelity. If I continue to buy more here, then I don't give myself other opportunities anywhere else. So that's why I wanted to invest in other areas here as a swing trade opportunity. But AMC is something that I'm still going to hold with this 244 shares. I'll be fine with that. You're looking for not the moon price, but at least 2xing. So up to about 48 or $49. That's definitely doable. Seeing where it was and the potential that it could get to, without even having some type of hitting the moon. This is not the right position. Look at costs. It got up to $174, so it has the potential of pushing up to that $80, $90 mark. It hasn't tested that in a while. It's pushed up to $40, $39.45, and then ended up dropping down, and then even pushed up to 40 again, to where it did fall down and slowly decrease to where it pushed up to about 30 or 27 again. And you've seen a couple of that. So hopefully we can continue to see that. People that got in at 13 or 16 or whatever really got a decent value out of that. Probably made a lot of money out of that too. Not gonna lie. Fellow Saints fan here. That's good to hear. Sad about Drew Brees, but I guess he doesn't really have the arm strength. Hopefully, Jameis Winston learned a lot from him. Just wondering if you have the current short position of GME. I don't. I can go on Fintel, but I don't know how reliable Fintel is at this point. Fintel for GME. Short volume ratio today was 27%. Short volume was 10 million versus market volume of 37 million. The short shares available is 100,000. And short borrow fee rate is less than 1%. Don't know how reliable that is though. Like I said, let's look at Fintel for costs, see what the short borrow fee rate is there. Short volume is 24% at 1 million. Market volume is 4.5 million. Short shares available is 3,000. Still at 91% short borrow fee rate. So they're still short in the position. They're still paying a lot in order to borrow that stock. Yes, Diego P got it right. Make sure you hit that like button. We're almost at 100 likes. Remember, if you guys want to follow my MP Shorts channel, make sure that you do that. Link is in the description. I think I was gonna put it on the. Yeah, the link is in the description. It's the first or the last link on the first section. MP Shorts channel. Jesus. Why do people keep saying it's high? Um, Short borrow fee rate at 90%. That's very high. If that's what you're talking about, or they're talking about the short. Everywhere I look, it's saying 20-ish for the short borrow fee rate of GME. You're saying that, or are you saying? Sorry, I think you were talking about the short position. I wonder what you have on the current short position for GME. Yeah. So I guess I mean, I don't know what to think of it anymore. Obviously, they had a short position of what, 140%. Their short position, which was 141%. Yeah. They basically had that short position out there. They were holding, or they had 140% of short shares. Like that's what's crazy. But obviously, I don't know what it is now. Maybe they're hiding these numbers and I'm not seeing them. But there's no way they covered their shorts without the stock price absolutely skyrocketing. You know, with all the people that are holding, it makes no sense. So this is why people aren't believing, you know, what they're saying. They're saying that hedge funds, you know, covered their shorts, but they really didn't. Looks like after hours market cost is actually making a little bit of move up 5%. I'm positive as it got up to that point because my cost basis is $22.11. I am looking for that, like I said, to skyrocket up to, you know, $27, $30, $40, whatever it can get to. That would be amazing. But I'm holding a number of positions, still waiting on Ride to make a little bit of a move upward, but we haven't really seen a positive day. I know that when I look at Ride, I see, you know, one, they had a low point of $10.61, which would be amazing if you knew that it was going to get down to that point. With the negative days that we've seen, I didn't think that it was going to get down to that point before that because I didn't think we were going to have this much of a you know, sell-off in certain positions. So if I look at 6 months, you can see all of the movement here from $12.80 all the way up to $31 basically, or $30, right? That's huge. And then the same thing here, you know, all the way down here at this $12, $11 mark, all the way up to $31. So you're seeing a lot of movement in the matter of months. So from let's say the beginning of August all the way until now, you see a lot of this movement. It shows predictability. And this is where I was looking to get in, which I did get in a little bit lower at 12.59, thinking that it was going to make a push up. Usually I would wait for that push in order to get in. But either way, I figured if it did push from lower, I was going to get in at this point anyway. So it makes sense. What's up, Latin 50? How you doing? Good to see you here. Good to see you here. Dropping them Emmys. Dropping them Emmy dogs, them Doge coins. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I can't complain. Had a couple of things to do for work, but you know, I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm surprised that the kids are not home right now, but I guess maybe Erica went to the gym or something. Or does she have something going on and I don't know about it? What's today? Monday? Yeah, I don't know. Let me check the calendar. That's a little weird that she's not home. No, nothing? All right. Just want to make sure I don't have to pick up the kids. I don't want to leave them at daycare. Are you playing any games today? I still haven't set up my PlayStation. That's crazy that I haven't set up my PlayStation. But are you playing anything today? Do you think Hedge's getting margin call will spike AMC stock price? It should, because if they get margin call, then they have to cover their shorts, right? You have to cover everything, pretty much everything that they own under margin, right? And it's only under margin, right? I don't know how much that is. They can get margin call, but how much is that actually? You know what I mean? That's the real question. So it could be a positive, but it could also be something that's flat. So we could be making something. You playing zombies? I might end up playing. I don't know. I might end up playing. I'll definitely hit you up, and we can play some zombies today. I think that'll be fun. Yeah, I think I'm free. I think I'm free. Yeah, I think. You say that Argos is just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, I would agree with you. Carl, no. Yeah, just yeah, I'll let you know, and if I see you online, then I'll definitely find a way to jump on. But I might have to cook some dinner, for the family. But yeah, I might be on. Any thoughts on SNDL? It's tough with the cannabis positions because I do see them as a slow grower. Stop licking my hand, Carl. Stop it. No. No. I don't want that. Not today. No. No. Absolutely not. Sorry. Can't do it, man. Why do you have so much fur? You have like, I need to give you a bath or something. Sorry, I'm over here talking to him. So much fur everywhere. I'm sorry. Roommate Carl. No, he's not my roommate. Don't start that. Don't start that. It's literally everywhere. The fur's everywhere. Okay. So SNDL, a lot of the cannabis stocks are tricky. The reason why I say they're tricky is because I wanted them to follow this trend, and I still think they will follow the trend. The fact that we had a lot of positions that were down is kind of just like the starting point, right? So we are still seeing them follow this trend of a slow growth, but we might see a couple of spikes here and there as we start to get some news on cannabis positions. But yeah, for SNDL, it doesn't hurt to have money in here. You put like maybe $1,000 in there and let it sit. It could be something that grows exponentially in the next however many months, because you might have that large spike. And then once you have that large spike, sell out of that position if you wanted to, because that's what you're waiting for with these positions. If you can get in at 42 cents and have that large spike to $4, boom, you basically 10x your money there, and that's huge. You're not brushing him so he sheds hair. I brush him. I don't brush him as much as I do my my dog, but pot has little growth potential, limited. That's what I'm gonna do with potheads. The thing is like it has a lot of potential. It has a lot of growth potential. Once all the legalization of things go through, you're gonna see huge movement, right? So that's what I'm thinking, is that you will see huge movement, but it's just going to take a little bit of time to get to that point. Yeah, I wouldn't say that it's all about people that just smoke for recreational purposes. But health issues, all that stuff. I think it's going to be a growing industry once everything gets legalized everywhere. But that's only if that does happen, and also you're waiting on when. But then you will still see spikes. Like I said, you'll see Reddit posts that will spike this position from $1 up to however many dollars, up to $2, $3, or $4, and you just want to be aware of when that does happen, and that doesn't hurt. If people are new to the stream, never seen your cat and keep hearing things like, stop licking my hand, Carl, and stop rubbing my leg. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. So they go, who the heck is Carl? Why is Carl rubbing his leg? That's funny. So Dogecoin going to 50 cents. I don't even know where it's at. But yeah, I can see that Cost is actually making a little bit of a move. Rocket is making a little bit of a move. I need them to go up a lot. Well, not a lot, just like $1 or $2 or so. That's not that bad, right? I feel like $2 is not that bad. I really lowered that cost average from where it was because I owned what, 100 shares or even less than that. I think it was less than that. I owned some shares at $33 as it was on the way down. I don't understand what that other cat is eating over there. They always find food somewhere. I don't know, like they're just storing food. What is their problem? Once people realize Delta 8 completely legal, them stocks are going to blow up. Give it 4 to 6 months. Thank you very much. No problem. What did I do? What did I do to deserve that $5 super chat? I appreciate it. But what are you thinking? We have 310 people in here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Would love to get it to 150 likes. That's not bad. You have cats. Squirrel away food. Yeah. Yes, I do. You answer my 3 questions. 1, costs. 2, SNDL and Doge. If you say 3, it's this one. It is 3. It's 2 and 3 SNDL and Doge. Someone put 3 BLSP. Are you doing any puts on GameStop? I'm not. I'm not an options person. I've said plenty of times that I need to venture into options, but I feel like it'll distract me from my normal way of making money here. And usually when you do that, you distract yourself from making too many. Breathing cat dander. I guess it's flying around. Usually when I distract myself from making too many moves or making too many moves, it really hinders my growth, I guess. Glad I can answer questions. That's what I'm here for, is to answer as many questions as I can. I like, going into here. Are you gay, my guy? No, I'm not. I have a wife. PLTR. Yeah, let's look at PLTR. Let's see what they're doing. Because I did expect like a pushback from there, because I expected this. When I seen this drop here, we did have this large increase, and I seen this drop, and then it did have that comeback here. I expected this to go in this trajectory, but as you've seen in the last couple of days, a lot of things have been down, and this has been one of them. A lot of people were bullish on this position, but it just didn't do what people thought it was going to do. So I like to see it back down to these parts here at $21. If you wanted to find a way to get into it at 21 to have it rise up to 27, that's not a bad option, because I do think it could easily get back up there. It's just going to take a little bit. So I think PLTR is definitely a good position to move into. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Just like a lot of other things, it's going to take a little bit of time. We just need to see how the market's moving, because to tell you the truth, the overall market, right, could end up just being down, and then we have an issue here. But we're not seeing that. We're just seeing a number of positions that are down, not just a sector. Sometimes it is just a sector, but most times you're going to see certain stocks that just don't get pumped the way they usually are. You're right. I made 66K in January and lost 13K in March. What am I right about? He's not gay. Carl is his cat, not a dude rubbing his leg. That's funny. This cat is going insane back there. I don't know what her problem is. She always does this. It's like she's on drugs, catnip or something. All right, we have 341 people in here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Get those likes up. If you want to follow my YouTube Shorts channel, please do so. It's one of the links in the description. I also have a Discord group in the description as well. There's a great group of people over there. Why is it always dark in your room? This is my basement, and I always keep it dark back there, or else it's like like the light ends up being weird with the camera. Don't know why I have to explain this, but I am. You keep it dark and then you end up focusing on me, you know? Any thoughts on Neo? I think I've seen this a couple of times, a few times. It did have a lot of growth or something. I would wait. It looks like it's close to where a previous low was at $31.91. So if you can get to that low, that's not a bad point to get into. I had to look at it from, let's see, from a 100,000 foot view. I was just looking at that. Look at it from a year. Let's break this down. What is that cat doing? I don't understand, Daisy. Can you stop? Can you just... Oh my goodness. It's ridiculous. Put Daisy on, bro. She's tripping back there. I'm not doing that. She's doing something. But we're seeing a lot of growth with this, right? And a lot of people are excited about it, and especially when it getting back down to dips. So I can definitely see this as an investable point. It's just I don't know the detail to why it is dropping off. It could be the fact that we are seeing, you know, maybe a lot of stocks, certain sectors end up decreasing off of it. But 20 trending stocks on Wall Street Bets as of Monday. So it could be something that was heavily pushed by Wall Street Bets and now is looking to sell off a little bit. So you might want to watch out for that, to not see that comeback here, because you might end up seeing more of a fall off with people that are interested in it. Yes, people will buy into it, but with anybody from Wall Street Bets saying, look, this is done, we're selling off on this position, then you know, you go. So I would definitely wait, or if you're looking to invest into that point, or invest into this position, you want to kind of see exactly what are the reasons why it is dropping. Can it come back? Is it being pushed by Wall Street Bets? Is it something that is going to be heavily sold off by Wall Street Bets? You know? Thank you for your opinion on your stock. You helped me get some profits this morning. I jumped on RKT at 23 and sold at 27. Invested for a good gain. I've been unemployed for 7 months because of COVID. I hear you. That's tough. And tell you the truth, when you're unemployed and you're actually like motivated, sometimes being unemployed continues to motivate you, continue to push you, and that's why it's like, if someone ends up losing their job and they find they have another source of income, they end up focusing on that source of income to drive, you know, everything. Also, it'll probably focus them spending wise, you know, put them on a certain place to where they can spend less money, save a little bit more money, learn how to put more money aside because they're forced to do so. And a lot of times you can learn a ton from that. And if you're investing in the stock market, you can end up making a career out of it just because you lost your job. And it may be the best blessing that you've ever gotten. So I'm glad I could help you with RKT. But to tell you the truth, I put the opportunity out there. You did your analysis and you did that yourself. You know, you were able to get out. The hardest part of investing is getting out of the position. And I'm going to tell you that you made the right decision. You did everything correctly. Just know next time you go into a position, remember this time and try and duplicate exactly what you did. The reasons why you ended up getting out. Did you feel as though, okay, I just want to accept my profit? The discipline there goes a long way. Trust me. It is. It truly is. It truly is the most difficult part of investing is getting out of the position. You can be like you've seen where I was. I was exactly where Rocket was. I was up at $600, $400. I think it was like $500, $600. But I was up quite a bit on Rocket. I could have sold, but you know what? I didn't sell because I had my price target already in there. So that's the hardest part, is realizing that it still may come back down. The 15 moving average is far away from the price target. It could have came back down. Why didn't I sell? Because I had my original price target in there, but I should have actually pulled out of it. Cost, same way. It was up a lot, and I could have actually sold off on that position, made some money there, and then invested in it at the low, so I had no chance of losing money, but all the chance in gaining money. But you know what? Didn't do it. Why? Because I had my original price target in there. But what you need to do is have a short-term brain sometimes, and sometimes a swing trade can turn into a quick day trade. But a day trade really shouldn't turn into a quick swing trade. It can go one way, but it can't go the other. So that's good to hear, Ronald, that I helped you out. I appreciate you telling me that, but like I said, you did everything yourself. I just put the position out there. You did everything yourself. You think ZOM is going up? Do I think ZOM is going up soon? I do believe ZOM is going up soon. I do believe ZOM is going to make some moves. It's very close to that, $2, $2.15, $2.25 mark. Once we see positive days, we're definitely going to see something good there. Remember, guys, we have 357 people in here. If you guys want to follow my shorts channel, please do so. It does help out a lot. I don't even know what we're at right now. I posted some videos this morning, and I also posted a stimulus video on there as well. But I wanted to check some things out. Looks like another Black Widow trailer dropped. That's interesting. Me, Kevin posts a lot of videos. It's crazy. I mean, hats off to him, man. I don't know how he can do it. I like, it's very tough. And I mean, he doesn't really, I don't know if he does like real estate full time anymore, but he does a lot. I applaud him. Let me go to my channel and look at where we hit 700 subscribers. That's awesome, everyone. That's awesome. MP Shorts channel hit 700 subscribers. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. We upload all types of videos here, mainly stock right now. I will do some credit card videos as well. Do some deeper dives into portfolios. Also, probably do updates after the fact with Carl's Calls. If you're not familiar with that, make sure you check out my Patreon. We do Carl's Calls where he picks out stocks, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, I think this is really good. Let me put this back. How long are you willing to hold RKT? I'm willing to hold RKT until it hits my price target. I have a price target of above, at this point, it's above $30. I do see it going higher, but know that they're going to have that back and forth. So I want to be able to get out with a profit and get in lower. And this was the perfect opportunity to be able to do that. And I did not do it because the fear of missing out ends up hitting you again. And also my original price target ends up hitting me as well. But I adjusted that price target today, seeing where I can get to, be able to take that and reinvest it. I don't know what Harper is doing right now. He's like slamming things on the floor upstairs. It's his main income. What's my main income? Oh, YouTube is Meet Kevin's main income. Yeah, it's definitely his main income. He doesn't make that much from real estate. You know, he makes like $2 million or even way more than that per year on YouTube because he uploads a lot. But, you know, he's able to put in the time to be able to do this, and it feels great. Some people gauge success in different ways. So Jackson Tyndall, it's your birthday? Happy birthday. Nobody said happy birthday to you but your mom? Well, happy birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to Jackson Tyndall. Everybody type it in the chat. Anybody that's here, please say happy birthday to him. There you go. All right. Well, I got to go because we got to make some food. We got to do some stuff. I was going to upload some videos on AMC. Maybe I'll record something and upload something quick. Maybe that'll be the case. I don't really know. But thank you, everybody, for saying happy birthday to Jackson. That's great to be able to see that, get the community together. Is Carl's calls your cat's calls? Yes, it is his calls. We pick out, in the Discord group, we pick out a lot of stocks that are, you know, longer term investment because we're holding it over a year. So long-term investments, and then we can, longer term investments. So then we can basically take that and see what the gains are there, kind of similar to throwing a dart at a dartboard that had stocks on it and picking a stock that way. They're saying that you can make more money doing that than investing in like trying to pick stocks for yourself or the professional investor picking stocks. So I want to see how that does play out. But yeah. Thank you, Diego, for clearing up the chat. I don't know what these people are saying, but thank you for clearing it up. All right. So yeah, I think it's going to be pretty good to be able to do that. We also do weekly dividend picks and swing trade picks as well. It's been a little tough this week with everything being down, so I have my swings, but I don't really want to go through swings that I'm normally talking about on stream. I want to go through different things, but yeah. Anyways, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to follow my MP Shorts channel, please do so in the description. If you also want to sign up for the Discord group, or actually join the Discord group, and click that link in the description. It's the first one in the description, and it's $5, but it is a great group of people. Or you can do the $10 option where you have the Discord group and all of the videos that we create on Patreon. I think that's pretty much it. I'm sorry, I don't want to have to do, I'm going to have to do a very quick analysis on this and actually break this down. Sorry that you did send a super chat. Don't send a super chat. Let's end this because I do have to end this thing right here. But the way that I'm seeing it here, we do have pretty much flat movement. It could be good for a swing trade from what I'm seeing over a number of months. You can see it for a decent swing trade. As of late, it did have a large increase, which is definitely interesting. But are we seeing a large increase with a large decrease? That's what it's kind of looking like. We see, let's scroll back a little bit in 1 month. You can see that we had that large increase from $3 up to $7 to where it is decreasing. It looks like it's falling back down to the original price target. This may have been a little bit of a pump, and we don't know what this is for. So I would kind of, if I was you, I would probably just stay away. And there are better opportunities that look a little bit more safe, that have a little bit more volatility if you're looking for a swing trade. Long-term investment, I wouldn't consider it that either, because it's not really moving in an upward fashion. It's mainly just going up and down, actually having a bit of movement. So like I said, you can get a swing trade out of it if you really wanted to, if you held onto it, and you can have that push up to, you know, $5. But right now where it's at, it's more middle of the road, and you probably want it down at the $3 mark if you were looking to swing trade it. But that's what I have for you guys. Like I said, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. So thank you everybody for stopping by, and I'll catch you guys in the next stream.